minus, minor third, third, fourth, diminished fifth, fifth. So those are the intervals that I was working with. So like if me hear them, I can
Mhm.
say, oh, that's not either the five or the diminished fifth. Don't perfect it as yet,
What
but
I would recommend is master the major scale intervals first, right?
okay.
And then you branch off into the minors. Yeah.
Noted.
So this is one thing that singers and musicians do have in common. You need to be able to tell which one of the notes you're singing.
Okay. But if
Um,
I probably play one of them random in like some in E flat, I probably can't tell where you are.
well, it
You know.
works the same way, to be honest, based on my experience. If you can't hum it, you can't tell what it is. If you can tell what it
Okay.
is, chances are 90% of the time you can hum it. So just like you get it sometime and sometime you don't get it, it's the same way it's going to translate to your playing. It
Okay.
normally works hand in hand. So sometimes you tell musicians that, hey, you should be able to hum what you play, and they say, no, I can't do that. Chances are then your playing ability is limited. Many times what you have in that case is a person who can swat something well and play back what they swat. But then after that, you ask them to use back that same technique in another song. It becomes a challenge to them because the hearing hasn't quite been developed.
Noted.
All right. So let me prove my theory. What are the three notes there I play? This is my
Play it
do.
again. F A do 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 mi do
Do what?
do mi
No.
1 3.
So you've proven my theory correct. What I did was do do 1 5 1.
Yeah.
So you were able to get the do, which is good. But the measurement of the distance between the others. So what you can do is go do re do, and then go do mi do, and then do fa do. So you keep bringing it a little higher each time. Do so do la do ti do. So each time you're training your ear to hear how far away am I from the first do that I started. It's do re, do mi, do fa, do so, do la, do ti, and a full octave. Do da do. And then do it in the reverse. Do ti da, da la da, da so da, da fa da, do mi do re do. See?
Noted.
And then now you start doing skips. Do mi so as opposed to do re mi, do mi so, do mi so la, do mi so da, do mi so ti, do mi so re do mi so do mi. See, you're able to repeat multiple octaves going up, but it's something you have to work in gradually. So what I did for myself when I just started this, um, I used to take a simple melody like Mary Had a Little Lamb and see if I could convert Mary Had a Little Lamb to solfege. So I go, hmm, Mary had a little lamb. Oh, by the way, let me just share my piano on the screen so you can add a visual to this. Wait a minute, how many things am I? Okay. Right.
Remember to record, Brother Andrew.
Yes, we are already recording. Thanks. All right, so we got Mary has. I'm playing in the key of E flat.
E flat.
All right, so the scale E flat, F, G, A flat, B flat, C, D, E flat. So E flat requires 3 flats. Those 3 flats are E flat on the 1, A flat that's on the 4, B flat that's on the 5. And for reference, the fingering is for the left hand 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 2 if you're ending. If you're going to continue another octave, then you go back to 3 so you can repeat. For the right hand, we start with number 2. Cross. Cross again for C. End on 3. If you're going to do 2 octaves, still 3, then cross again. And eventually you want to be able to play with both hands. And contrary motion. So that's some keyboard skills there. Okay, so my major scale, these are the things we want the choir to be able to do, right? So if you tell the choir, or if you have it on a visual, or you tell them sing do re do, they should be able to go do re do, check. Do mi do, check. Do fa do. Do so do. Do la do. Do ti do. Do do do. And reverse. Do ti do. Do la do. Do so do. Do fa do. Do mi do. Do re do. Do do do. All right. So Mary had a little lamb. Mary had a little lamb, a little lamb, little lamb. Mary had a little lamb. Its fleece was white as snow. And you can use your hand when you're practicing to kind of guide yourself to determine, is the note going higher or is it going lower? It doesn't start on the do, it starts on the mi, re, do, re, mi, re, mi, so, mi, re, do, re, mi, do, re, mi, do. And most songs tend to end on the do. So let's break it down into parts, because you might not be able to just fly through the whole thing like that on your first attempt. Mary had, that would be mi, re, do. Mary had, which happens to be the same as 3 blind mice. Mary had. Yep. Can you think of any other song that has that mi, re, do in it?
Yes. That song that thing I think a Grace will sing it. We sing it so often at church.
I mean, there are a lot of songs.
Yeah, there's a lot. Even the song that I tip of me, but not coming out. Yeah, Lord prepare me. I think
Ah,
Lord prepare me starting with three.
Lord, prepare. Mary had, Lord, prepare me 3 blind mice. Any more? Mr. James, can you think of any other? It doesn't matter if it's at the beginning, in the middle, at the end, it doesn't matter.
I know of one more.
Mm-hmm.
Keep working on me.
Ah, keep working on. So you repeat the me, re, do. Keep working on. And then it has a leap. Me, Lord.
Four, two,
Me,
four, two.
Lord. Me, re, do, me, do. Um, you are awesome in this place. You are awesome in this place, mighty God. You are awesome in this place. Our Father, you are worthy of our praise. To you our hearts we raise. You are awesome in this place, mighty God.
What I notice that many songs that we sing end on that 3, 2, 1.
Mm-hmm.
Many songs.
Amazing grace, how sweet that sound that says a wretch like me. I once was blind, but now I'm found. I was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. Me, re, do. All right. So now your ear starts to be in tune to every time you hear that mi, re, do. You never lose the sound of mi, re, do again, ever. It's like learning how to ride a bike. When you just start in, sometimes you balance, sometimes you drop off. But the day you learn how to balance and stay balanced, doesn't matter if you haven't ridden a bicycle for 10 years. You go back on it, you get back in the groove. Even if you don't pedal, you could just sit on there and it's running. You never fall off. Right? You don't. I've never met anybody that don't know how to balance a bicycle again, even if you haven't ridden one since you were 12 and you're now 59. You still know, your body just knows how to balance. That's what it's like when you know how to identify your notes. You never not know basic ones. You know, if it's moving very very fast and all over the place with some weird intervals, it may be a bit more difficult. But like your basic movements like this, you never lose them. Especially your do sound, you never lose that. All right, if we do it in C. By the way, notice how I'm playing it. If you can see my hand, I'm not doing weird things, fingers shooting up in the air and things like that. Okay, always keep them curved. So even when I'm playing the pinky, this one is not shooting up, right? So the ability to control each of the fingers in pressing the keys, here is the irony. The irony is the power to press comes from the power to lift. So my ability to press it down comes from my ability to lift it up. If you can lift each finger independently without the other one lifting up, then you would have had the ability to press them down independently as well. If you can't lift each of them independently, chances are you won't be able to press them independently either. All right. Right. So each of them are actually resting on the keys. I never take them up off the keys. They're touching the keys. but I can decide which one I want to press, and I don't make mistake and press the other ones along with it. Right? If I'm going to play a chord, I simply raise up the two that I don't need, and then I can change the arrangement anytime I feel like, which also again comes from the ability to raise two of them anytime I want to. Raise three of them in any combination I want to. All right, so always remember the power to press comes from the power to lift. So there are some little very tiny muscles here and here that you don't normally use all the time. All right, these are the muscles that you need. See that? Not many people can do that. Just move this pinky one here. And then move just that one there. Sometimes when you try to move this fourth one, everything down here is moving with it. All right. That's where the power comes from, to be independent in playing. All right. All right, so let's continue talk. Today we're going to talk about chord construction. Chord construction, very important topic. Okay, so we know the C major scale. We start from C, and for those who, for my sister who's visiting, musical notes are named after the first 7 letters of the alphabet: A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. That's it. After that, it just keeps repeating. We don't have no H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V. No, just from A to G. All right. So, C major scale starts on C, ends on C. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. We go back there. For singing, you know it as do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Okay. Now, if we want to find the C major chord, we start on C, we add the E, we add G. The first, the third, and the fifth. In solfege, that would be the do, the mi, and the so. Do, mi, so. They are played at the same time, and that gives you the C major chord. All right. And pretty much for all the diatonic chords, which diatonic means that which pertains to, which belongs to, in the same category of something. So the diatonic chords of C are comprised of notes that belong only to the C major scale. So just like the C major scale has no black keys, the diatonic chords have no black keys either. It's all white keys to make up the diatonic chords. So the diatonic chords always only uses the notes that are in the major scale or the particular scale. So if we were to do the key of G, for the other two that have more knowledge now, G major has 1 sharp. So we have G, A, B, C, D, E, sharp, G. So the diatonic chords will have all white keys most of the time, but when you get up to F, you have to make sure to change that F to an F sharp. So the diatonic chords would be all right. So let's go back to C. And we're gonna just name these chords. 1 chord is called C major chord. 2 chord is a D minor. 3 chord is an E minor. 4 chord is an F major. 5 chord is a G major. 6 chord is an A minor. 7th chord is a B diminished. and 8 is the same as 1. So let's analyze the major chord. Let's analyze it in terms of semitones. Let's look at the distance between the 3 notes that make up the C major chord. From C to C sharp to D sharp to E. How many semitones? We have 5 semitones. Well, 4, but we can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? So we press key number 1, we continue in semitones. We press key number 5, we continue in semitones. 6, 7, 8. So counting in semitones, 1, 5, 8. That's the makeup of the major chord in terms of distance between each note, counting by semitones. That's a rule for every single major. Let's prove that theory. E major. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. Let's try F sharp. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. So if you think semitones, 1, 5, 8, that's the major chord. The minor chord, we think semitones. Now we think 4, 8. Let's check that theory. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 1, 5, 8 gives you major. 1, 5, 8 gives you minor. We think in terms of solfege, do, mi, so, that gives you major. Do, ma, so, that gives you minor. Major has a little brighter, optimistic sound. Minor has a darker, reflective, gloomy type of sound. All right. Everybody clear so far? Sister James, any questions? Make sure you know. I know you know this already.
I'm following.
All right. Cool. So we notice then that if we're sticking with the C major scale, which is all white, and we play the C minor chord, the E flat is not a part of the major scale. So once we play this, we're no longer in the diatonic structure of C major. We're outside of the scale. All right. So let's just experiment with a couple of chords, 7th chords, only from the diatonic structure. C major 7. How would I form my C major 7 chord? I already know my C major chord, so I just need 7. B is the 7th note of the scale, so I add the B to the C major chord, and that gives me the C major 7. Clear as mud or clear as water?
It's clear.
All right.
I have a note here that I'm looking at that says to find the major 7, you add the note a half step left of the root.
Okay, that works too. All right, so if we play it in root position though, it's the note 7th away from the number 1, but it's a semitone away from note number 8, depending on which inversion you're looking at. But let's look at another inversion. So what do we mean by inversion? We are able to play the same chord using the same name keys, but in a different order. So here we have C at the bottom, then E, then G, E. We can rearrange it. Instead of playing the C down here, we could play the C up here and keep everything else. So now we have this tension sound here at the top because these two notes are close. So the closer two notes are, the more tension you get. It sounds like they're fighting. A little less tension, almost no tension. All right. And so you can get that in your mind right now. Music is really nice when you have a combination of tension and release. All right, so as you play, there will be some tension chords and then there will be some simplified chords. So if I go, Lord, do you hear my tension? Release. Release. Tension. Tension. Release. Tension. By itself doesn't sound nice at all. See, so I have a G. I have a G down here. I have a G here. And I have a G sharp up here. Right? So like semitones, right? But I change the octave. It still has a little clash to it. Then I also have an E and an F here. So I have 2 4 notes clashing. G sharp, G, F, and an E, or an E here, and an F. Tension. And then release on my major chord. Alright. So that's a bit more advanced stuff for you, just so you know. Alright, so it's not necessarily a bad thing. Right? It all depends on how it is used. So for example, my C major chord sounds more nice here. There's not much tension this way, but there's more tension here. But I can use it. Look at that. Beautiful tension. B and A. So everybody understand what I mean by tension and release? It's buzzing, it's clashing, it's a tension. It sounds more stable and comfortable. That's the release. All right, so tension, we would not want to play this for the entire song. You probably get a headache from this. My God, stop. You know, killing me. Okay, what's next? The purpose of the tension is to make you want to release. Yeah. Make sense? See the psychology? All right, so C major chord, C major 7 chord in root position. Now we have E, G, B, C. This is in first inversion. We have G, B, C, E. This is second inversion. B, C, E, G. This is third inversion. So when the note has 4 notes, there are 3 inversions. One is the root position, and then you have 3 other inversions. If the chord has 3 notes, then 1 is the root position, and then you have 2 other inversions, right? So a simple triad meaning 3 notes, you have the C major chord, C, E, G. This is root position, C at the bottom, with my right hand. First inversion, E, G, C. Second inversion, G, C, E. But if I have C major 7, that's root position. First inversion, second inversion, third inversion. Now I'm going to give you a chord. And can you tell me the name of this chord? My notes are D, F, A, C. D, F, A, C.
D, F, A, C? Okay, that would be, so it's a D, F, A, C, D minor 7.
All right. And what if I want to play this in first inversion? What would be the order of the notes?
First inversion, then you just move the D to the top. So you'd have F, A, C, D.
And if I want second inversion?
Then you move the F up and you have A, C, D, F.
A little tension here. And third inversion?
Third inversion, then you'd move the A to the top, which will give you C, D, F, and A. Question, bro.
Yeah.
So I'm listening to what you're playing, but it sounds as if there's some inversion that rings out the tension more than some, even though it's the same note.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yes, because the further apart the notes are, the less tension you have. So, which is why a C to a C sharp, if you can feel it, them buzzing like 2 bees. The tension is so strong. As opposed to a C to a D, still tension, but not so strong, right? And if I change the C sharp here for the higher octave, there is some buzzing, but see the difference?
Okay. So to better understand it, if we're playing and you want to pronounce that tension, then it best you do that semitone
Yeah.
in the same octave.
Yes.
Okay.
Now, if you want a tension, but you don't want it to be too strong, you want it to be a little sweet, bring it up the octave. Bring it up 2 octaves. It's even less obvious. Still there, but not so obvious. All right. Sister James, can you name this chord for me? E, G, B, and D.
If I'm following, that would be E minor 7.
That's right. So what would be the notes for the C minor 7 chord in root position? Your question again, Sister James. C minor 7.
That would be C, E flat, F.
F? No, we don't need F.
Oh, I'm sorry. E,
C, E flat,
G,
and one more.
and the B.
Is it B or B flat?
What was the name of the chord you asked?
C minor 7.
C minor 7. Oh, well, if I'm to go by what it sounds like, I would have to change the B to the B flat.
Yeah, that's correct. So the minor 7, the third is flat, and the 7 is also flat. So the word minor colors both the third and the 7 in that example. So C major 7, C minor 7. So for C major 7, 3 and 7 are major. For the C minor 7, 3 and 7 are minor, or flat. Which is why we did D major 7. Notice we have C on the end. But if you were to do the D major scale, pay attention. Be C sharp. So D major 7 would consist of D, F sharp, A, C sharp. But the D minor 7 would consist of D, F, A, and C. All right, so you guys can make a note of that. The minor 7 has a flat third or a lowered third, flat 7 or a lowered 7. Whereas the major 7 has a major third and a major 7.
Greetings again, bro.
Yeah.
Something I want to ask. I don't know if this might take you off track, but it's pertaining to chords. Something that I was trying, and then I realized that, so for instance, I'm playing, say C minor 7, like you were playing a while. But I realized if I invert it and move the C to the top, it kind of have more like a major sound based on the roots, the structure of the lower two notes between the E flat and the G, which would be a major third apart. It kind of happier sound opposed to the root, opposing to having a minor sound in the in the lower part of the. So is there like
still sounds like a minor to me though? But again, there's less tension because there's some tension between the C and the E flat. Right?
Yes.
Greatest tension, little less tension, still some tension, but
Yes.
not much. Totally relaxing on the major. Slight tension, which is what brings that darkness kind of vibe. But because I remove the C, put it up here, the tension is not so obvious. But it still has a minor sound. I could tell this anywhere that that's a minor chord.
Okay.
Especially if I keep the root. Alright. Alright.
Okay.
So let's see. Odin, suppose I say I want the C minor major 7 chord.
C, E flat, G, B.
Now you hear the tension here again. There's some tension with the minor, but then there's a strong tension with the C and the B that we normally get from the major 7. You gotta know when, what situations you could use chords like that. All right. So, Sister James, I want you to tell me the notes of the D minor major 7. D minor major 7.
Would that be D minor? Would have been the D, F, A. Major 7 in that case would have been C. To add the C.
C. You told me before that this was C minor 7. So we had said this is C major 7, sorry, D major 7, and this is D minor 7. What I need is D minor major 7.
Not too sure about that.
So
Unless I'm going to be,
if we were in the major scale for D, what would be the 7th note? What's the 7th
that would
note
be the
in
C sharp.
C sharp? So this is the D minor major 7, because this is the 7 in the major scale.
So okay, I just made the connection. So major 7 meaning that you want it from the major scale.
Right. So just like in C, this is C minor major 7, but this is C minor 7. Which leads me to make another point. C major 7 chord, C 7 chord, C, E, G, B flat. When no explanation is given, when it comes onto a chord, they just name note and chord. You assume that the chord is 7, sorry, the chord is major, and the 7 is flat or dominant 7, major 7. So they could say C major dominant 7, or they could just say C major 7. Either way, if no explanation is given, assume that it's the B flat. All right. What would be the notes for the F7 chord? Odin?
F7 would be F A C and E flat.
All right. Okay, we're back. We lost internet temporarily. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. So, Sister James, you're telling me the G major 7 chord. What are my notes?
G major 7.
That's right.
All right, that's G,
Mm-hmm.
B,
Mm-hmm.
D,
And
F. F.
that's your final submission?
If it's major 7, it's the major chord, major scale I should be using. So no, that can't be right. It should be the F sharp.
Yeah. Yes. What about G7?
G7, on the other hand, they said you should use the dominant. So that would be the F at this point.
What about G minor 7?
G minor 7 would be G, B sharp, sorry, B flat, D, and the F.
What about G minor major 7?
G, B flat, A, sorry, D, and the F sharp.
Yes. All right, so I think that should be clear so far. Let's talk about the diminished chord. What is a diminished chord? So we know major, we know minor. Diminished chord is a cousin to the minor chord. It has a lowered third or a flat third, and it also has a lowered fifth or a flat fifth. And this is why we said that the 7th chord in the diatonic scale is a diminished chord, because this is your B major chord. We lower the third and lower the fifth. That's our diminished chord. All right. So that's our C diminished chord. Major, minor, diminished. Are we good so far? Diminished is fairly simple. Tell me the notes of the F diminished chord.
F diminished should be F, A flat, and E.
Okay. Sister James, tell me the notes of the D diminished chord.
That would be D, F, and A flat.
Odin, F sharp diminished chord.
F, A, no, sorry, F sharp, A, and C.
All right. One more two more variation. 3 more variations I want to give you guys. And these are just chords with 3 notes, right? So major, minor, diminish. I want to talk about the augmented chord. C augmented chord is the same as C sharp 5 chord. So I take the 5th, and instead of lowering it, I'm going to raise it. And in this way, I have a perfect third between each of the notes. So remember when we were counting the semitones, we say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There were 5 semitones between from C to E. But there are 4 semitones from E to G. So 5 semitones here, 4 semitones here. For the augmented chords, we raise that 5th. Now we have 5 semitones here and 5 semitones here as well. Because if we were in the key of E, do, re, mi, G sharp would have been the perfect third in the key of E. But we're in the key of C. So from C to E is a perfect third. From E to G sharp is also a perfect third, but it is also a raised 5th if we think C. There's also a very interesting thing about this, because it's that perfect third relationship. We find that the C augmented chord is the same as the E augmented chord, and is the same as the A flat augmented chord. You didn't know that, Odin? C, E, A flat. They share the notes.
No, I didn't really look at the augmented chord in detail before.
Okay. Well, now you know. You can check it out. So, which other, tell me the notes for the C sharp augmented chord, Bodin, or D flat, however you want to spell it.
C sharp would be C sharp,
Mhm.
F, and A.
All right. If you want to be theoretically correct, you would have to say C sharp, E sharp, and A. Because in the key of C sharp, there are 7 sharps. C sharp, D sharp, E sharp, F sharp, G sharp, A sharp, B sharp, and C sharp. So technically, F is going to be called E sharp, and C is going to be called B sharp. If you spell it in the key of D flat, then you could say D flat, F, A. Did I confuse you? Did I leave you anywhere?
No, I understand perfectly.
Sister James, you understand why I say in the key of C sharp, you have to say E sharp instead of F?
Yes.
All right, I think we did touch on that 1 week before because we don't normally repeat letters. All right, and so C sharp augmented would be the same as F augmented, which would be the same as A augmented. D augmented would be the same as F sharp augmented, which would be the same as B flat augmented. E flat augmented would be the same as G augmented, the same as B augmented. And which other one? Yeah.
Question. I mean to stray a bit, but I'm listening to the sounds that they're playing and they sound familiar. Now that you know the relationship that C, F sharp, you said, or C, A flat, I think I mentioned about 2 other that share the same notes for the augmented chord. That's why sometimes when you're playing, is what you like to do. You can pull it and use it in situations that allow you to probably slightly step outside of the key and not creating too much
Bad
what's the word
tension.
yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Once you understand the relationship between keys, it gives you that room of flexibility, which is exactly why when we do like chord substitution and we do like the tritone substitution, we can use C sharp major chord in place of a G major chord, which is totally out of the key, but it works. Works.
Noted. And I use it to replace the 5.
Right.
Okay. Is there a proper way or incorrect way to apply it?
By the way, let me show you another one. So as you speak to that, so the relationship between C and E is a third away, right? And E is the 6th of G, if you think about it like that, right? Try that G. I could use an E major in place of that G chord and keep the bass as G.
I understand why I did it. See, this is me can explain to you. So, in a diatonic, with the diatonic cards, there would be like 3 cards that kind of share a that tonic feel, which would be the 1, the 3, and the 6. So, seeing that they're using G, they use a G to reference the key, while they use a substitution upper structure 6, which give it the same feel as if you are using the G, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And also the E shares another note that the G uses. It shares the B. Because when you play the E major chord, you have E, G sharp, B. And when you play the G major chord, you have G, B, D.
Yeah. So it share at least 2 notes from the same. Okay. And yeah, gotcha.
Yeah. All right.
Also the lead tone for the C major, right?
That's it. All right, cool. So we did major, minor, diminish, augmented. We got two more. Suspended chords. So when something is suspended, it's hanging there waiting to fall or waiting to fall in place, right? So the C suspended 4 and the C suspended 2. Those are the two types of suspended chords that we have. sus2, sus4. What's the sus2 chord? The C sus2 chord. It consists of C, D, and G. So we replace the 3, the 2. If you play with your right hand, it would be like 1, 2. And the C suspended 4, sometimes anybody has called out the whole word suspended, they just say sus. C sus2, C sus4. C, F, G. Practical example would be, oops. I hate playing that thing because it just sounds like that other secular song. Hezekiah Walker borrowed or something in the front. But yep, God my Savior. All he's doing here is major, sus2, sus4. And if you listen to the Jamaica national anthem, Jamaica, Jamaica, Jamaica. Same thing, but what do you notice here? I'm using it in an inversion format because my C is at the top. Is my C major chord. C is here, E is here, G is here. So I go. Put the C up here. First inversion. Just move my thumb. Next inversion. Yeah. All right. So those are the two most popular 3-note chords, triads. Major, minor, diminished, augmented, sus2, and sus4. Do I have any questions?
Question. With the ninth or the added ninth, is it that you will do 4 instead of 3 by adding back the 2?
Do I have a 4 instead of 3 by adding the 2?
So you're playing C major, you add the 2.
Now, if you
So
do
that's
this,
4 keys.
if you do this, this is a different chord now. This is not a triad because now this is 4 keys. This is a C. This is called a C add 9. So when
that's the question I asked.
Right. So when you
if you drop the 2,
right.
if you drop the 2 in along with those 3, that's the added 9. I was just trying to make the distinction between the sus2 and the add 9.
Right.
Because sometimes I confuse it when you say, well, it's not necessarily you. I think it's something that I was learning when Brother Josiah mentioned. 2, because I had learned previously that with that 2 in there is added 9, but I wasn't making the distinction that you leave the 3rd for the suspect 2. But no, when you add the
3rd.
The 3rd with it, that's what makes a distinction.
Right. Good. Yeah. So when we exchange the 3 for a 2, it's a sus. When we combine the 3 and the 2, it's an added 9. All right. Cool. And yeah. And it doesn't matter which order, even if I play it like this and I put it up here, is still an add 9, by the way. But even if I leave the 3 out like this and I put the 2 up here, it's still a sus2 because there's no 3.
So in other words, it's just that when I refer to sus cards, it means you're altering the 3.
Right.
And not, yeah.
So alter the 3, put a 2, alter the 3, put a 4, and then it's got sus4. Now, look at this, Odin. Every sus card has 2 names. Here I have a C sus4, but what else could I call it?
C sus4, so you have C, F, and G. Could be also F add 9.
F sus
or F sus2.
2. Right?
Yeah, it's
Because
sus2.
if I move the C, put it here. The 3 of A, so 3 of F is A. Replace the A with a G. It's my F sus2. F sus4, F sus2. And my F sus4 could be the same as what put in?
Your F sus4 could be the same as so that is what? I'm not seeing the notes clearly.
So I got F, B flat, C.
F B flat C would be the same thing as B flat sus2.
All right. Mr. James, you got it? You following?
Yes.
All right. So help me now. C sus2 could be the same as what? So I have C, D, G. Play with my left hand. Play with my right hand. C, D, G. C sus2 could be the same as anybody? Audience, you want help?
G sus4. So what I'll realize is that when I play a sus2 card, you move to the 5th and it's sus the 4. You just replace it with the sus4. So it's the same as the 5th sus4.
All right, so Sister James, it takes a little bit of thinking because, okay, the note that's on the root has a relationship with the note that's on the end. What is the relationship? Are you able to identify that, Sister James?
Well, I'm seeing that is the 5th of the chord.
Exactly. So if I think about this same combination in relationship to the 5th, so now I shift my thought from C major to G major. I think of these 3 notes in the context of a G major scale. G as my home. C now becomes the what of G?
It's the 5th.
C?
I'm sorry, the 4th.
The 4th of G. So let me rearrange this G and put it down here. So G is my 1, C is my 4, and my 5. So now it's a sus4 waiting to drop down to the 3.
Okay.
And now if I play the G sus2 chord, Odin, Think about the fifth relationship, the dominant
So it would be
relationship.
G sus 2 would be the same as D sus 4.
Exactly. So this is how knowing your dominance or your fifths, your circle of fifths, comes in handy. So God willing, we'll talk about that in our next lesson. The circle of fifths. We need to know them like our hand back.
I have another kind of question. I don't know if I go too far. So, using the sus cards as the upper structure, this is why I can simply move based on the relationship. This is why I can also just move a single note in the bass and it changes the entire card itself.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
So I could keep the same C sus 2 chord. Sounds like I'm on a C. And then watch mine now. That sounds like a G chord. Sus 4. And alright. So alternative rock style music tend to use a lot of sus2 and sus2 chords, especially sus2. Open the eyes of my heart. Open the eyes of my heart. I want to see. See that? Just that one sus2 chord. And all I gotta do is change the bass. Open the eyes of my heart. Open the eyes of my heart. I want to see. I want to see. See that? Every praise is to our God. Every worship on our God. Every praise is to our God. Sing hallelujah to our God. It's to our God. Every praise to our God. Even on the flat 7, the sus2 for the flat 7 sounds nicer than the regular. So you can try that out next time you do that. It's with the eyes of my heart.
Oh, Ira, they sang both those two songs last Sunday.
Yeah, interesting. All right, so next time them sing it, use the add 9 chords, and you see the difference in the sound. All right, that's where we're gonna close it out tonight.
Before we go though,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, the assignment we got last week, I'm kind of ready for the next because in terms of that song, you were using I don't remember the card name though. Nevertheless, I practiced it, but it just bothered me that I was hearing something to move on and I couldn't find it or I couldn't um put it together like I wanted to.
Let me hear what you got.
So no, I don't know if I want to play that.
So you said homework, and now you're asking a question.
What was it again? What was the song again? You are awesome.
Mm-hmm. But the
Right.
diminish, the sharp one diminished.
Right. Right. You are awesome, sweet, mighty. I was hearing dum, 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 something like that. but I wanted to find it. That much I found, but to find the chords to go with it
And
was a battle.
were you hearing what the bass would do?
Pretty much a similar walk down kind of feel.
Okay, because that's where the if you can hear the melody and you can hear the bass, that helps you to figure the chords out. So in that case, what the bass would be doing is the opposite. This is a contrary motion kind of vibe. So the right hand will be
Okay.
going down, but the bass will be going.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So it's a D minor and a C major chord. That's it. Just those two chords.
I know the C major was in there, but I was kind of trying to move from either a F or the two, the D minor with the C in the middle, but it wasn't coming out right.
Okay, so put the F at the top, right? Because you are awesome in this place, mighty God. Then you play the same chord again.
Mm-hmm.
Play the C. Then you play the D
Mm-hmm.
minor, but at a lower inversion. So you get this.
Mm-hmm.
And you walk up with the bass. It could be you could change the D to a D major as well. If you do a D major instead of F natural, you have to do F sharp in the bass.
Question, bro.
Yeah.
The bass is going up on the thirds, right? So the bass is playing the third of the card.
In this case, just with this one. Well, yeah. So it starts off with the root, D,
Yeah.
D minor, then it does the third for C, and E minor. Then it goes back to root. So I remember showing you guys this little move. Remember this one?
Yeah.
I showed you guys this one in St. Mary at the temple. It's the same kind of idea. The only difference is instead of the minor, the flat A, you use the. So you could actually do the same thing here. All right.
Okay, thank you.
That's today's homework. So the homework for today is a 3, 6, 2, 5, which then takes you back to the 1. So when you do that, the second you are awesome in this place, our 3, 6, 2, you are worthy. Back to the 1. All right. But we're not going to do it so lame. We're going to use up our inversions, right? Have fun.
Okay, thank you.
All right. So this is a part of your circle of fifths. 3, 6, 2, 5, 1. All right, then. Good with that?
Yeah, noted.
All right, cool. Sister Brown, thank you so much for joining us. I know a lot of things were above your head, but at least maybe the first part what we did with the solfege Might have helped you. All right. Peace and blessings to you guys. All right, so that was our music lesson there, our theory class. We trust that it was inspiring and helpful to you guys. Until next time, see you. Peace. We're out.